Hendrick Motorsports has just announced the drivers that will fill in for Chase Elliott over the next 6 weeks. We're going to talk about it. What's going on, guys? It's Daniel, and welcome back to the video. As you just heard a second ago, Hendrick Motorsports has announced the drivers that will substitute for Chase Elliott. Chase Elliott obviously will be out for quite a bit of time, at least for 6 weeks, due to suffering a fractured left tibia after a snowboarding accident. Chase, according to what has been reported, will basically have to rest and will not be racing at least for the next 6 weeks. Here is a statement from Hendrick Motorsports that was released earlier today. They say, as NASCAR Cup Series star Chase Elliott recovers from a leg injury, Josh Berry will continue to drive the number 9 Chevrolet Camaro ZL1 for Hendrick Motorsports at upcoming oval tracks, while road racing Santa Jordan Taylor will compete for the team at Circuit of the Americas. Elliott, 27, suffered a fractured tibia while snowboarding in Colorado on March 3rd and underwent successful surgery that evening. He was released from the hospital Saturday and did not race Sunday at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, marking the first start of his career. The 2020 Cup Series champion is currently rehabilitating in Colorado. His recovery is expected to last approximately 6 weeks. They basically then, Rick Hendrick tuned on, saying, "We're focused on getting Chase back to 100%, so we'll take however much time is necessary and make sure he has the best resources available," said Rick Hendrick, owner of Hendrick Motorsports. Josh was impressive this weekend under difficult circumstances, and we look forward to him to drive the oval tracks until Chase is able to return. Jordan is a world-class road racer and has recently been working with our Garage 56 team preparing for the 24 Hours of Le Mans. He'll be able to step in and do a great job at COTA. Berry, 32, filled in for Elliott at Las Vegas, finishing 29th in his third career Cup Series start. Driver, Hendrick Motorsports affiliated Junior Motorsports, Hendersonville, Tennessee native, is a 5-time race winner in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. Martinsville in 2021, Las Vegas in 2021 and 2022, Dover in 2022, and Charlotte in 2022. Taylor currently leads in the IMSA WeatherTech Sports Car Championship for Corvette Racing. The Orlando, Florida native won the 2017 24 Hours of Daytona and the 2017 championship in the IMSA prototype class. Although the March 26th race at Circuit Americas will represent his first career Cup Series start, the 31-year-old driver has competed at the road course multiple times, including 2 wins in IMSA in 2016 and 2017. First of all, let's first talk about Chase Elliott. I'm wishing Chase Elliott a very, very big and speedy recovery as he continues to recover from his injuries that he has suffered. He's going to be out at least for 6 weeks. One thing very interestingly to note is that if it's 6 weeks and he does come back in 6 weeks, which would be a really, really quick process, and some people think it would be 3 to 6 months, but it's a 2 months, which would be really, really quick. If Chase Elliott does truly return 6 weeks from now, which it could be longer, they will come back at Talladega. I think that's a little bit too risky to bring him back at Talladega, so maybe they would extend it for 1 more week to go next week after that, which I can't remember exactly what race is after Talladega, but that would probably make a little more sense. But regardless, though, we're wishing Chase Elliott a very big, speedy recovery, and we'll see when he comes back. The other big thing is that will Chase Elliott get a waiver? It's expected that Chase Elliott will get a waiver, but we're going to have to wait and see what happens there. NASCAR is expected to grant Chase Elliott a waiver. We'll talk about that. We've seen a lot of people having debate around it, but I would imagine Chase Elliott is going to get a waiver. Next, let's talk about the 2 drivers that are substituting. First, Josh Berry. I know some people were giving Josh Berry a really big hard time in his debut. And I just want to say one thing defending Josh Berry. Josh Berry, before this past weekend at Las Vegas, had no simulator experience and had no next-gen experience. And to finish 29th is pretty solid, all things considered, for a driver that has never had any next-gen experience before this weekend. Plus, they were having throttle body issues and throttle issues throughout the race. So that for sure was definitely impacting Josh Berry's performance. The team is very happy with all Josh Berry form, and we're going to the tracks that he's going to be forming at, all the oval tracks. I think Josh Berry will get better and better as you give him more seat time. I think he's going to improve, especially at Phoenix, where he's pretty good in the Xfinity Series. I think that Josh Berry has a really good chance to do much better this week, and I think he'll be competing for a top 20 this week. And so this is a really, really great opportunity for Josh once again, get more oval starts. And I think he will do better this week, and I think he's going to continue to get better and better and better as time goes on. I think he will do a very good job this weekend with the team. Next, let's talk about Jordan Taylor. This is an absolutely amazing opportunity. And people are thinking, why Jordan Taylor? Well, it makes a lot of sense because, as I mentioned from the when they announced it, Jordan Taylor is working with the Garage 56 entry and is the backup driver for the 3 drivers, that being Jenson Button, Jimmy Johnson, Mike Rockenfeller. D basically is the backup driver for those guys. It's kind of being like the driver coach for them and helping them out get acclimated to the Garage 56 entry. So when you more think about it, it makes a lot of sense. There was a little bit of trolling, of course, with Carson Osabar and even Corey LaJoie's name had brought brought up in the conversation, but I think Jordan Taylor actually makes a lot of sense for the road course. And when you think about Jordan Taylor is an extremely talented driver who knows how to get it done behind the wheel. So I think Jordan Taylor is actually going to do a stellar and a really, really good job. I know that he hasn't had a lot of next-gen experience, but he's probably been helping with the testing. So he's probably driven the next-gen car. Plus, he's had a lot of experience racing. Like I mentioned, he's had a lot of experience racing at Co. Getting 2 wins in IMSA, so he has quite a bit of experience there. I think this is a really good opportunity for Josh Berry, and of course, if Josh Berry continues to improve, maybe in the future, if it's some Cup teams deciding want to look at Josh Berry as a potential driver they could go after, that would be something very, very interesting, and I think that they could look at Josh Berry if he continues to improve. I know a lot of people like myself would have liked to see Corey LaJoie get an opportunity to drive the 9 car, and trust me, I would have loved for Corey LaJoie to get the opportunity, but he's got a contract with Spire Motorsports, and a lot of people are thinking, why Corey LaJoie could have gotten an opportunity? Well, Corey LaJoie drives for Spire Motorsports, which they do have an association with Hendrick Motorsports, so that could have absolutely been a pretty big possibility for the team if they were to bring Corey LaJoie in, but they're not bringing Corey LaJoie in, and it is what it is, and I think it would have been really, really cool. And there were people talking about maybe Carson Osmar going to 7 car, which would have been really interesting. Carson going all the way from trucks to Cup, which I think Carson was, let's be honest, was trolling a lot of people. And I saw people bring up Jeff Gordon and Jimmy Johnson as possibilities, but I think the true drivers that they have chosen for the races makes a lot of sense. I'm happy Josh Berry will continue to get a lot more Cup opportunities, and like I said a minute ago, I think Josh Berry is not only going to get better, but I think he's going to progress. And from what I heard, he had top 10 lap times as the race went on. If he didn't have those throttlability issues, because he was coming to the field a little bit. I mean, he was 1 point battling for 23rd or 24th. He had to start like 32nd or 33rd, mind you, and was moving to the field. And the fact there weren't a lot of yells really didn't help them get any chance to adjust on the car and work on the car. And let's also not forget the last time we were here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, that 9 car was absolutely terrible. I think this time around, Josh Berry will do better. I think the goal for Josh Berry is to just do the best he can. I don't see him winning a race or finishing top 10, maybe top 15 by the end of his tenure would be really, really good. But regardless, so I think this is an amazing and a fantastic opportunity for both drivers, and I think they're going to do an excellent job. So I'm excited for both of them to be behind the wheel, and I'm really looking forward to it because I think it's going to be really, really awesome to see Josh Berry and Jordan Taylor get the opportunities once again. I know a lot of people probably were like, oh, Josh Berry did a bad job, and I saw a lot of slander of Josh Berry on social media, but in my honest opinion, I think this is a fantastic opportunity. We're going back to talk about Chase Elliott. We're wishing Chase Elliott a speedy recovery, and we're hoping he gets back to the track as soon as possible. But take the necessary steps to come back. Obviously, 6 weeks is going to be really, really quick. If he comes back in 6 weeks, that's going to be really, really impressive coming back because Kyle Busch, I think, missed, like 11 or 12 races. Yes, he's probably got the best doctors helping him out, but I would have thought maybe it'd been a little bit longer than 6 weeks. But I will say if it's 6 weeks, that is absolutely impressive if he can get back to the racetrack, which, again, I'm wishing Chase Elliott best of luck in getting a speedy recovery. He'll be probably supportive of the track. Wouldn't be surprised if Chase is at least at the racetrack over the next 2 weeks if he gets healed up quicker. I would see Chase Elliott being back at the racetrack. But I think that they want to wait a little bit to make sure that he fully recovers before he gets back behind the wheel of a race car. So it is what it is. I think it's a good decision to bring Josh Berry and Jordan Taylor in. And like I said, I'm really looking forward to both those guys getting in behind the wheel. I think it's going to be fun to have both those drivers behind the wheel. I think it's really exciting stuff for Hendrick Motorsports overall. They can bring Jordan Taylor in, which makes a lot of sense, and also can bring Josh Berry in to make some starts. Plus, it makes a lot of sense to keep Josh Berry behind the wheel of the car. It's really exciting stuff, and I'm looking forward to both of those drivers getting in. Obviously, it's not the opportunity really where they want to get their opportunities to drive, but you got to take the opportunities when you have them, and I think this is a really great opportunity for both drivers. So, that is going to be it for today's special NASCAR news report. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please like, subscribe to the channel, notifications on, so you know if I win a video does go live on my channel. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and support me on Patreon as well. Links description below for that, and comment your thoughts below on today's episode. What are thoughts about Josh Berry and Jordan Taylor coming in driving the number 9 car for the next 2 weeks? Let me know in the comments below. Tomorrow on my channel, we're going to have a NASCAR news video discussing all the NASCAR news over the last couple days, and we might touch a little bit more on the Jordan Taylor and Josh Berry news as well. We might have another video on the channel, potentially a paint scheme video. We're going to have to wait and see. Then on Thursday, we're going to have the race picks video for the NASCAR Cup Series race at Phoenix Raceway. And then, of course, on Friday, we'll have a NASCAR news video, among other things. And we also have a practice session coming up as well. That will be, of course, for that Phoenix test. So anyway, like I said, I want to thank you guys for watching today's episode, and I'll see you guys next time for some more great, awesome NASCAR content and other motorsports content on the channel like this. Take care, everybody.